Oh, yeah. Did it work? Hmm. Okay. All right. All right. I think it works. Mm-hmm. Mm. Oopsie, baby. Mm. And by no necessity, sure, pick up. Here we go again. What's up, half-ass? KP, still intrigued. I get what uh, one of those days I just really get online. Hmm. Yeah, here we go again. Same old shit again. Trying to do a live on YouTube. All I get is fucking screwed. Lordy, Lordy. Here comes Lordy. He works for you, don't you know? He does to everyone. John H. Saturday. Those are in a minute. Thank you. Thank you. Well, damn. That sucks. Hmm. All right. That sucks. Loretta, it is starting to snow. Sucks. Loretta, it is starting to snow. Sucks. Man, my audio is horrible. Loretta, it is starting to snow. Damn. Man, my audio is horrible. All right. Am I using what's the next? All big. I'm gonna shower and jump back in here. Just hanging out, folks. Welcome to Lackluster Fridays again. Take two. Jen. Yes. What's Lake Lively? What's this? Lake Lively caught on tape talking shit, I guess. I don't know. Yes. Yes. And fuck you. Uh, I'm doing good. I don't know. I'm froze. Skull rubbing. See if I can do this. Nope, that's not going to work. Nope, that's not going to work. Right. Invite guest. Copy that one. Copy the. Yep. There we go. Put. Hmm. Hmm. Having fun over here. What's up, Rockstead? Loretta, Billy, Teresa. Oh, having trouble connecting to the internet. Please check your connection. Fuck. Man, bullshit. 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 Okay, I'm back. Okay, I'm back. Fuck. Fuck. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. One, two, three, four. Red. Okay. All right. I think I'm coming through. DJ Lewis has House Day and another nod to a satanic material. Oh, you know, hey. Max, etc. Blackbird, how are you saying? All right, all right. No, fuck, fuck, fuck. Okay, I'm back, I think. Transformers, John H., right? Robots in disguise. Man, come on. This is bullshit. This is some bullshit. 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 Should I? And I'm back on board, I think. I'm back at it again. Tennessee Tactical. No, I'm not okay. Tennessee Tactical. Can I get a number 64 by number 64? Surefire Rise, pick up. All right. There you go. Thank you, Rabbit. Boom, Loretta. Thank you. All right. I'm back. I had to restart my phone and everything. I mean, fuck. What the hell? Welcome to Lackluster Fridays. Boom. That's it. All right. Let's see if I can drop this link, right? Drop this link. Boom. Done. Right? It works. Yes. We are online. We are large and in charge. Large and in charge here. Yes. Number 64. Double Dog. What's up? 2856. Boom. Everybody, please hit that thumbs down button and fuck you. That's right. Thumbs down. Fuck you. 5.56 by 5.56. There you go. That's what's up. Yeah. Welcome, everyone. I think we're good. We are good. Right, Pilgrim? Outstanding. Maccabeus. What you trying to prove? Hey there, fella, with your haircut. Yeah. Yeah, same color. Yeah. This happens after years and years of bullshit. Anthony, Washburn Billy. Boom. Yes, we are back. We have a guest, Camel Carl. Boom. Here we go. What's up, Camel Carl? How you doing? How you doing?
What's going on, Dad? I thought you might have fell asleep already.
Yeah. Right. You never know, man. You never know. Sometimes it happens.
That was funny as shit because I stayed just to kind of watch the chat, and then you woke up. And the first thing I heard was, "I'm such an asshole," and then you turned it off.
Yeah. Yep.
That was funny. What's up, Kyle? Cha-cha. Anybody else I missed?
Cha-cha, cha-cha. Happy Valentine's Day. Yay.
Yeah, man, yeah.
Happy Valentine's Day. Yep. Love you all. Yes.
I mean, it's like the best one I've had in years. You know what I mean?
Really? Wow. Yeah. Did you get some chocolate?
I got some love. I just say that I got some love.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Brown cow. Yeah. That's what's up, man. That's cool. Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah.
Everybody's gonna go live tonight, huh?
Are they? Is that what's up?
I started getting notices, and I was like, everybody all at once. The whole week long has been kind of dry, and then Friday comes along, everybody wants to go live. I got to jump around here like a flipping Mexican jumping bean just to say hello to everybody now.
Oh, Prepper, good to see you. Been a while. Yes. Yeah. Right. Yeah. Yeah. Who's going live? Everybody. Right. Everybody's going live.
I'm not gonna go live. I'm gonna have a video call with my girl. I'm just hanging out for a minute with you, just to.
Okay. Yeah, man.
Then I'm gonna disappear. I got a while though.
Okay. I noticed that I got shit to do tomorrow too. So I'm probably not gonna stay on much past 12 o'clock. What's up, Maccabeus?
How you doing, brother?
All right, man.
What's up, Mac?
How you doing, Carl?
You gotta be careful about saying that stuff to the universe now, Shaq, because you say, "Oh, maybe midnight," and then it's next thing you know, it's 4 o'clock in the morning.
Right. Well, I'm serious. I am serious about it. So, I got shit to do.
No, I know, but it's happened to me where I think one of my lives I titled "Come Visit a Little While" or something, and it turned into a 12-hour stream. So it just didn't.
Yeah.
Title was inaccurate.
I did that in the past. I have done that in the past, and just like, fuck, I'm screwed.
Yeah, I've gone to work pretty damn tired. Let me put it that way.
You're like, wow, did you get drunk last night? I'm like, no, I live streamed all fucking night. What? Live stream?
Yeah, in real life, most people don't even know about this shit. You notice that? No,
they don't. I mean, I've told people, I've told a few people at work. They're like, "Oh, really? That's great. Yeah, I got to go. Bye." I'm like, okay, see ya. You know.
I think that we're all an elite group, man. That's the way I'm going to look at it.
Yeah, I told him. I said, look, man, I'm famous, man. I'm on YouTube. Yeah, I got 1,500 subscribers. Right. I got I got all that. I'm big time. And you're like, yeah, yeah. Like, yeah, they never show up. They don't really care. Uh, do it, Gen X. Do it.
It's good to see you,
Everybody's
Billy.
doing it.
Max, anybody else? You know, I gotta say hello to everybody. I hate interrupting people and stuff. I didn't mean to do that shit, but when I see somebody in the chat, they always say hello to
I
me.
know interrupting people is just so rude and everything, just like I just did now.
No, I feel kind of guilty if I don't say hello to people I like in the chat because there's a bunch of them, dude. I don't think they
You know
give me
what?
the.
I mean, I look at it this way. I go, greetings from the Erie Coast. Boom, there you go. I've just said hi to everybody. Right? There you go.
Yeah, that doesn't fly for me, man. I got too much of a conscience to get away with that. You know what I mean?
Really? Will you not sleep if you're like, oh man, I didn't say
If I ignored somebody,
hi
I'd
to
feel
Cha Cha.
bad. Yeah, I would. I'd feel bad if especially Cha Cha. Cha Cha is cool as hell. I mean, I might. There's some there I might not feel so bad about, but yeah, I would feel bad for not. That's why I always
Right.
tell everybody, top chat is for the confused and uninformed. Because I go into a
Well,
chat and say hello to somebody, and I know damn well they're in top chat because 10 minutes later they say, "Hey, Carl, it's good to see you."
hey, Top Chat is for like people that just want to hang out in the distance.
Yeah, I don't know what that is, man. I think that's subversion. I really do. I think they're out to kind of,
No, 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 no. See, I love my lurkers here. I'm a lurker myself. So I love people that like to set in the cut and just watch, in the distance, in the shadows. I value those people as well, And if they
I
want to hang out in
do.
top
I
chat,
do
hover
learn.
around, I look at them as like doing Overwatch. They're just like top chat's all secure, man. Somebody's up there,
If I had a choice, I'd turn that shit right off. But I do lurk, man. If I'm at work or something, I'll watch the chat and the shows. I might moderate, but if I say hello, I ain't got time to say hello to everybody at work. So I do not usually comment during the day because once you make one comment, man, and nowadays, like today, I went into Billy's. I saw she was live at lunchtime, and I said, "Hello, this is a universal greeting, and I'll be gone by the time you try to say." I'm like, I try to explain it because
Oh, what happened?
I don't know. I quit talking and it got really quiet.
That was a good one. Yeah.
What's up, Wolf? Michael Wolf. I see you here all the time. I don't really know you. It's nice to meet you.
Nico, what's up?
I thought Gen X was coming up.
I don't know. I think he's scared.
Yeah. Get up here, Gen X.
He's scared.
Take the big leap.
Poke, 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 poke. Yeah, got yelled at on Prepper now. Really? Yes. Yeah, he is at work. Oh, okay. All right. He can't come up. Yeah. He's doing stuff. Right. I'm at his work as always. Yep. Right on, Gen X. No problem. Yep. I feel you. When I'm at work, I can't do anything. Yeah. There you go, Maccabeus. You gonna sing Cha Cha song? Go ahead. The table is yours, man.
Oh, I don't know that I got a song tonight, Cha Cha.
Oh, damn it. I was just waiting to see what song you picked.
I can't even think of one. I guess I was singing Leonard Skinner a while ago, wasn't I?
Hey, yeah, it was on my mind. I was going to say Leonard Skinner.
Rip Curl.
I was cutting a rug down at a place called The Jug with a girl named Linda Lou. When in walked a man with a gun in his hand, and he was looking for you know who. He said, "Hey there, fella with the hair colored yellow. What you trying to prove?" That's my woman there, and I'm a man who cares. This might be all.
I said, excuse me.
Well, I was scared and fear, and for my life, I was shaking like a leaf on a tree. Because he was lean and mean and big and bad and pointing that gun at me. I can't remember the next line.
Carl, help him out.
Well, I'm lost now, but I'm impressed too because he went through 2 verses. All right, that was pretty good. Well, I'm telling you, son. Well, it ain't no fun staring straight down a 44.
Well, I'm a telling you, son. Well, it ain't no fun staring straight down a 44. Well, he turned and screamed at Linda Lou, and that's the break I was looking for. And you could hear me screaming a mile away as I was headed out towards the door.
Give me 3 steps. Give me 3 steps, mister.
Give me 3 steps towards the door. Give me 3 steps. Give me 3 steps, mister, and you'll never see me no more.
For sure.
Badass. There you go. Great job, Maccabees.
But does that make Cha-Cha happy?
Cha-Cha, are you satisfied? Yeah, we're gonna have a band now. There you go. So we're gonna start a band. 3 pigs and a horse. Yep, everybody is raving stark mad. They love it. Thank you very much. Yes. Happy Valentine's Day. There's your Valentine's Day song. I mean, you think about it, that could be a Valentine's Day song. Like, sorry.
You got her woot wooting.
Woot woot. Yeah.
Always stay faithful because somebody might end up staring down a big old 44.
Damn, I cigarette. Oh well. Yeah, I mean, can you imagine? Happy Valentine's Day. Oh, wait, that's your man. Oh shit. I don't know, man. Yes, skull.
Mac, for being off the cuff like that. You know, it's almost like you had it loaded already.
Oh, right. I'd actually kind of moved on since putting the lyrics in the chat. I don't know. My mind moves like all kinds of places, and I lose my train of thought. But the songs pop in my head all the time. So
yeah,
it's like a soundtrack to life, man. I gotta fucking constantly. All I gotta do is say one word, and it'll set it off in my head. You know.
Yeah, I get sidetracked real easy. If I'm saying something and somebody else says something, I'll lose that whole train of thought. I mean, it's just like
whiz. Like that.
You know, Wolfgang.
Yeah.
I want to see Wolf. Wolf, I'll tell you right now, man. Air guitar strings are hard to find.
Oh, they're everywhere. No, they're everywhere. They never break. They're everywhere. You know, they're very plentiful. You know, as long as you can breathe. You know, you've got air string. You got air guitar. Yeah.
The only thing I'm really good at playing is the radio.
Right. Skull. Yeah. They're right next to the powdered water. Oh yeah. Yeah. I don't have a man good thing. I liked your song. I'm just kidding. Okay. Wow. Well, right on. So how are y'all gentlemen doing? How are you doing, Mac? How's your back, dude?
It's doing a lot better.
Yeah.
I'm doing the exercises every morning, and I should probably do them every night, but I'm usually too stoned to do much but crawl in bed. But yeah.
Right on. Some really powerful weed. This weed is really strong, and that's some bullshit right there, Pilgrim. You always say hello to me.
Oh, maybe he did. You just got to check the archives. Yeah.
I just say hi, everybody. Then I ain't gotta.
Yeah.
Gotta occupy my eye and everything.
Right there, you go. You know. Yeah, you got to get excuse.
It's
I
nothing.
just wonder how high are you? That's all.
It's nothing really towards the chat. But generally, when I click on something, I'm interested in what that person has to say, and get busy watching them and don't pay attention to the chat a lot.
What's going on, Amir? I know you always say hello to me, Pilgrim. Yeah,
That's why I sub to people, because I like their content and I want to watch it. So
sometimes I just sub to people I like just to support them. I don't really watch any content or whatever. You know, I just maybe sometimes, but I've subbed to some of you folks around here a long time ago, and they never did nothing. And then years later, they all of a sudden start doing content, and I'm already there to see it. You know, that's a good thing too.
I've subbed to a lot of people. I just don't get to watch most of it.
Okay. Yeah, that's how I am now. I mean, I got so many people I'm sub to. I don't even know. I mean, I gotta look at my sub count or who I'm sub to. It's crazy. Oh,
I'm over 2,000.
I'm subbed to people that's unsubbed from me 4 years ago. I'm sure. You know, I mean, I'm sure, but people don't say, you know, goodbye when they leave, you know, and so you don't know.
Right. Krista Moore. Hello, Krista. Do y'all know Krista?
Yeah, I know Krista. Krista hangs out over at Twin Survival a lot.
Oh, okay. Yeah, who was that guy you sent me the link for? You're the dude up in he's living in a valley somewhere.
Oh, that's Timber Drifter Outpost.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Yeah, that was his first video, and he's supposed to start making some content. He's been subbed to me for several years. Okay, Cheryl. Hey. Cool. Score up. Your clue is there, Shad. No, I don't want to. I don't want to, DJ. You just got to repost it. Haha. Sounds like he lives a pretty cool lifestyle up there. I mean, you know.
I mean, that's pretty cool, man. You got to, like, if you lived in a valley and you just kind of moved around the valley, you know, that's just what you did. You know, you move from this spot to this spot. Okay, I got winter camp over here in the north end, you know, or the south end. I got summer camp here in the middle. You know, it's next to the trout stream, right? So I can catch me some trout.
Right? Nomadic tribes, Mongolians, Native Americans, all them guys did all that stuff.
Oh, right. Yeah. Yeah. They just kind of move stuff around. Yeah. Big major undertaking, you know.
You roll up your yurt and drag it across the plains till you find warmer weather.
The Hebrews did it for 80 years, but it wasn't because they wanted it as lifestyle. They just didn't know where the fuck they was going.
Yeah, I mean, they were just literally right there. Well, in all fairness,
be lost, man. I want to get.
In all fairness, they couldn't go anywhere because nobody liked them. You know, so they just went around in a big circle in the desert.
For 80 years.
Yeah, they'd stop in one place and they get attacked and like, fuck, we got to move again, right? You know. What's up, Hunter? Krista Moore. Yeah, I'm feeling very lackluster now after my beer. Oh man, it's one of those days. Like 11-hour days. You know, gotta love that.
I got a good weekend. My goal is if they're open tomorrow, but by Monday I'm gonna have tires on this rig. I made enough this week to get my tires mounted, so I'm back on track.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I got to get my war wagon legal this weekend. That's my goal.
Did you get it bought?
What, Mac?
You got it bought?
Do I have a bot? What?
You got it bought, your war wagon?
Oh yes, I have it. I have it here. Yes, I have it.
And then we lose them. Are you still there, Mac? Because I think we lost
here.
that.
Yeah, I'm here. Yeah, he's froze up.
Well, it's the Mac and Carl show.
Thanks for letting us use your channel, Matt Chad.
Yeah.
Now's when we bring on the strippers.
Oh no, I can't do that. No, I cannot be I cannot be a wayward person anymore. I'm taken. I already got the one I want, so I don't need to look at any other.
Hell yeah.
Doesn't mean I'm still not going to make it to Missouri. All right, that invitation is not forgotten. All right, she claims she can handle traveling. All right, so seems awful willing to do so. I mean, threaten me with a good time. You know what I mean?
Yeah. What was that vinyl you was sewing the other day? What was it for?
Oh crap! That was this. All right, you know, on a pontoon boat, they've got canopies that these style are a big aluminum frame that scissors up, and when you stand it up, it'll have a canvas roof on it. All right, and some of them have like decorative little like 6-inch curtains that goes around the edges of it or whatever. Well, I remade one of those. I copied that, and I don't have the boat here, so I copied the original, and then the guy wanted clear vinyl walls and screen walls that he could use independently and roll up which one he's not using. So it's like, it's easily, I sewed hundreds of feet on that thing. You know, I mean, it's huge. All the seams and all the shit. And I'm glad to be done with that. Video I worked on that for 3 days straight, so I'm glad that one was to the finishing point. I still got to put some snaps and shit on it, but the worst is in the past. It's a custom, like a tent. Basically, it's a tent for a pontoon boat.
I've got to set my machine up different where it's recessed down in a table. So I got a table to hold my project up, my material, whatever.
You're talking about your shoehorn machine?
Yeah.
Those are, you know, what I would probably do if I was you is I'd get a walking foot canvas machine. Keep that other one, because really it's a good machine for reaching inside of pockets and sewing patches on pockets and fixing boots and doing certain corners and repairs and stuff on it, because you can turn the direction right where you are and get right down into the hard to reach spots. That's great for that. But if you're going to do any like long seams and tarp work and stuff, you'd want a different style machine. Like working at the sail loft up north here, I worked and imagine like a giant gymnasium with a trim oak flooring, right? And then in the very back of the giant opening in the building, there's a pit. And inside the pit, I'd have my long arm machine. It would be a great big long machine that sits in the hole, which turns the whole shop into a giant table. So I could work on gigantic sails and stuff inside the loft. If you get a table that's big enough to do tarp work and stuff, it makes it way, way easier. Like when you do circus tent repairs or army tent repairs or something, that's could be 500 pounds in canvas. You just can't pull that. You have to pull a foot at a time, you know, and maintain the direction of the fabric. It's a lot more work than people envision when you get into the bigger things. You know what I mean, Mac? You gotta have it's better to have a wider throat machine that you can fit more fabric in. But even a normal size industrial walking foot canvas machine would put you into a whole new realm if you have also that shoehorn machine. You know, I would like to have a shoehorn machine. I don't have space to carry one of those right now. But maybe someday, if I settle down somewhere, I would get one. Definitely. I've had a couple of those. Those are very handy.
I think I can do long runs with it if I set up a table. Right now,
Oh,
the
you
problem I'm
can.
running into on like a long straight runs is keeping my seam straight because
Yeah,
I've got
and
one
you can
hand
even
busy
put,
over there cranking it all the time, and I'm trying to do everything else with one hand.
yeah, yeah, but you can add a motor to that pretty easily. Also,
Yeah.
you can set up, some sawhorses, make some sawhorses the same height as the throat of the machine, and then lay a piece of plywood on there or whatever. That could help. And you can do long runs, but if you're going to do long runs all the time, you know, if I was to sit down with my machine and we do the same job, it's
Oh yeah,
way
yours is at least 10 times faster than mine.
and it's okay if you're only doing it for yourself or whatever, but man, if you're going to do it in large scale, is all I'm saying, you're going to want another machine.
Right
And
now, all I
they're
want it for is to make some gear with. I got some I want to make for myself, and I thought I got a couple of backpacks I want to make, try to sell, and
right on.
that's going to be a project in itself. That's why I'm just doing practice stuff right now because when I'm ready to do the backpack, I want them seams to look straight. I want that, the sew line. I want it to be straight. And right now, I'm not good enough to keep it all straight and everything. And that's part of setting it up at the table. And
Maybe
if it was
maybe
recessed in a table and it
someday,
was on a either a foot treadle or a motor, then that would free up a lot of stuff too to make it work right.
right, you could take standard motor, even what I put on mine, because the old sewing machine motors, they could be a 1 horsepower, 3/4 horsepower, half horse, anyways around it. They were big, heavy electric motors. And now they've got something called a brushless motor, which it's actually computer controlled. And when you turn it on, it doesn't go, woo, it doesn't make any noise. You can set the speeds to whatever you want, and it takes a fraction of the power to run it. And that's why I converted mine to a brushless motor, because now I can run it off the inverter of the truck with, without giant power surges and shit. So, I mean, you got options. If you want to add a motor to a machine, there's a lot of options out there. And and a brushless motor kit for an industrial machine is only like $150. It's affordable, And we've lost chat, but they've got their own conversations going because we're talking about sewing machines and probably nobody even.
Yeah, I think sewing bores most people.
It
They
does.
can have a couple of minutes and then they're gone.
Yep. That's all right.
I got that one mainly why I had projects I want to do, but it was hand crank. And this place I've been building is a survivalist outpost, and a lot of it's the old hand crank, antique style stuff. I got quite a bit of that, and it was kind of an adage to the project here, on top of being something I could use. I've picked several pairs of my pants, my BDUs and shit. BDUs rip out in the crotch really easy for me for some reason, and so I've been fixing stuff like that, and holes in pockets and stuff like that.
When I was back doing the markets and gun shows and stuff, I would go to the surplus outlets and I would buy pallet loads of old BDUs, most of them that need sewing repairs. And I got into this gig where I'd cut the legs off the BDUs just below the pocket and hem them to a pair of shorts, do whatever other repairs needed. And then I'd take the two legs and sew the legs shut and use the ties to make ditty bags. Because, the max, a nice pair of pants, you can only get like $10 for a nice one. But if they were screwed up, nobody wanted them. But if you made a nice pair of shorts out of it, somebody would easily give you $10 for it. And then I'd have $2 a piece ditty bags. I sold probably thousands of them, man. I would buy a bunch of surplus that needed repairs, like a bunch of sleeping bags that needed zippers. And I'd go buy the zippers, put them in there, boom, sell those suckers. It was like Alice packs. I've gotten whole pallet loads of Alice packs that needed repairs, fixed them up, sold them all. It was kind of lucrative back in the day.
I thought I was the only one that ever made them. You called them ditty bags. I made a set for my get home bag, and I call it my getaway bags. Like if I had to drop all my equipment and I made 2 bags on a string. If I had to drop all my equipment to like get across the river or something, sometimes you got to retreat in a hurry type thing, get rid of the pack. And
Oh,
just be something I could take with me, something small I could grab and take with me and dump up the rest of my shit with all, and it's got a water filter and everything in it that I'd need for basic survival.
I like your thinking. If you were to look at on my community page, it's deep down in there now, but on my pack, I made, custom ambidextrous 2-quart canteen cases for my kit. It comes off just like any Alice or Molly gear. But if you notice, all the 2-quart canteens, they all face the same direction. I wanted them to face both outward on the back of my pack when I put them on. So I've got the 2-quart canteens and then 2 1-quart canteens below it. Then I've got my Thermarest sleeping pad, and all my gear goes into waterproof ditty bags. What I did is I got a whole bunch of that fabric like the military rain ponchos are made out of, the urethane coated ripstop nylon, and I made my ditty bags out of that, so they actually are watertight. And basically what I was after was to make my pack float. It'll float a little bit less if I fill the canteens, but with the canteens empty, I can actually use it for a flotation device. And like you're talking about ditching your pack and stuff, on my shoulder strap, right on my left side where I can reach it with my right hand, that's the quick release Alice pack straps that you can pull 2 cords and the whole pack falls off. But I've got a 300-foot of paracord attached to the pack frame itself, run through the strap. So it's in like almost like a grenade pouch pocket right there on my chest where I can grab that, ditch the pack, and drop it up to 300 feet, or let it cross a river up to 300 feet, anchor it where I don't lose it.
Mm-hmm. That's a good idea. A lot of little things like that people could do.
Oh yeah, I mean,
I'm honestly getting old enough. I don't really care anymore.
Well,
I mean,
you get to that point. Well, look at it this way. All through my life, I know you did the same shit, Mac. You did it all the hard way. I started camping with a wool blanket, nothing else. And I worked my way up to my gear. I got the stuff I needed. I made myself more comfortable. Now I know I can go out there. I'll stay warm. I'll stay dry. All right. You've got enough woods wisdom in you now to do it right. You've learned all that shit to where if you do have to do it, you're not going to suffer. So, and you know what it's like to carry the hump of pack, all right? I suspect a lot of people don't know what that's like. If you were to try to take everything you need with you, that's a rough journey, man. Most people buy so much gear that they end up ditching shit on a trail because it's too much weight to carry. It'll eat right into their shoulders. But if you test your stuff and refine it and know what you're capable of, and even at this age, you won't hurt yourself if you know what you're capable of. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. For at least 20 years, I've been pushing more of the concept like the Viet Cong and the Mujahideen as far as gear. And most of my shit doesn't weigh over probably 35 to 40 pounds. That's not counting my war belt with the, I think there's 3 regular military GI canteens on it. That's not counting that, and a chest rig or something like that. But the pack itself, only like 35 to 40 pounds. And I could probably I could actually get rid of most of that if I had to.
I want more of a modular approach because, like, in the cold weather, I want to have my Arctic gear. I want to have my stuff. So if I change my pack, my main pack, I modify seasonally because I like to have it packed for winter when it's winter and packed for summer when it's summer. But I can also pull the sleeping roll off of it, use it just as the day pack. But I can also attach my fanny pack to it and my medical pack and a food kit, so I can carry the stuff separately. Or it's not too much that if I have to hump it a short distance, I can carry it all, ammo, everything, with all full bottles of water, all that. you know, and then, you know, as you know, if you had the ditch, you take everything you can as fast as you can, as far away as you can, then you start stashing shit so you can continue on and you come back for the less important stuff if you have to, you know.
Yeah.
But I like the idea of having everything modular because my Alice pack, I've got the original military Alice pack frame, but I've got one of those magnesium pack shelves on it to where I've modified the frame a little bit where all I can do is just pull the pack off and I can use it for a pack frame, carry jerry cans and, you know, boxes of MREs or whatever I need to carry on it. It's a lot easier with a pack shelf, you know.
Yeah. I've kind of adapted the mindset. I'm at my bug out location. And like I said, I'm building a survivalist outpost here, and I don't really plan on bugging out and going anywhere. If I end up with a pack, it's more likely because I got caught away from home.
I was
too
like
much,
that once.
Nothing much is going to make me leave. Yellowstone blowing I would have to leave, something like that, you know, or a real bad chemical, something like that. But for most of the cases, I'm not going to be living out the pack too far from my home anyway. I don't think.
There was a time where I was dug into, you know, I lived in the same place for a long time or whatever, and that's how I felt. But at this stage of my life, I've got no anchor, you know, there's nothing holding me anywhere, so I feel the mobility is an enticing thought, you know.
Yeah, I've entertained that, honestly have. And in fact, I was talking with Privateer today about that, and I've entertained it a lot over the years. My big concern would be able to attain fuel. If the economy got so bad, say gas fuel got to $10 a gallon or something, and that's still even possible, even though Trump's in there. That would be a concern for me. And being able to generate an income that would keep up with the high rate of inflation.
I just need like 20 mules if we run out of gas.
You know, you still gotta have feed for the mules.
Right? Those are easy to feed. Go to the right places.
Yeah, if it's nice weather, you can just graze in the right of way on ditches and shit. Back when I had a homestead, I had a bunch of goats, and I'd tie them out on the right of way because the ditch is like 20 foot, and they only mow it once a year. And I'd tie my goats to the fence to where they could just like 6 inches from the blacktop, you know, their nose reaching there, and they big half circles all the way down through there. And you know, I'd have to move them every day. I had a bucket of water out there for them and stuff like that. People thought I was fucking crazy.
Watching this guy, Mac, on YouTube. He's got a trail, like a modified horse trail. He goes around with a trailer full of goats and releases them on people's property for a fee. And those goats they absolutely clear everything. All right. Like I've seen them, you do it on orchards and yards overgrown with all kinds of them fucking goats eat everything, man. It looks like a whole different place when they're done. It only takes a few days.
Yeah, they'll clear a lot of shrubs, and they eat a lot of shit.
They eat it fast, man. They get right on that shit. I think they love their job.
Thing with goats is you got to have real good fences.
Right.
I end up going with like 4-foot woven wire and 2 strands of barbed wire at the top around my property. That's how I kept them in, because I had a hell of a time with just regular woven wire and, you know, regular fence with, was it 3-foot wire and 3 strands of barbed wire.
I used to think they were just assholes, but goats just don't give a fuck. All right?
They don't.
I've seen them destroy brand new cars by getting right up on the roofs and tap dancing, scratch the fuck out of a brand new. I've seen them where they go and eat every flower in a guy's flower bed all the way around their house. I mean, hundreds of dollars worth of flowers gone in a day. You know, they just don't give a fuck. They will do what they want.
Yeah, that first year I had them, they got out and went across the highway over to the neighbors and had a good time on his garden. Got some of his ear corn, and
Yeah.
I think they got quite a bit of stuff. So I went and bought him a bunch of fresh stuff. Had it waiting for him there at the door when he got home that evening.
This one goat, buddy of mine, got him as a pet. I mean, he had kids and a family and all that at the time, and it's like it was more of a pet, all right. And he named him after Frank Zappa's kid, Dweezil. So this goat, he was kind of funny, all right, whatever, and everybody's treated him like a pet, but that goat cost him so much money. He destroyed brand new cars. He had to pay for that shit. He destroyed the neighbors' flower beds, like I said, and it was like $500, and that was back in like 1990 or some shit, and it cost him so much money, he couldn't keep them in the fence. Like you're saying, he put all kinds of shit up. That goat get out again. They'll climb. That fucker would learn to get up on the shed and jump over the fence. They're escape artists. And,
you can't have anything near the fence that they can climb up on and jump over with, because they will.
Well, even the whole family was like done with it. Nobody wanted to take care of it. They ended up fucking eating that motherfucker. He ate the family pet. They made goat head soup out of them, Mac, and that was back when I was drinking, So I ate one of the eyeballs off of that. I'll never forget eating a goat eyeball. It exploded,
Yeah, I homesteaded me and my first wife for about 6 years. All part of the growth of survivalist. Went through that phase and moved on. Me and her got divorced, and I had chickens up until just about 3 years ago. I've always had chickens, and I actually had a bobcat coming in, climbing up on top of the chicken house, climbing across the board, because it's 6 foot chain link fence was the pen, and then I had bird wire on top of it, but there was like maybe an 18-inch section in the middle that didn't have anything on it, and he'd walk a 2x4 across it and drop down in the pen, and it was taking like 3 to 4 of them a day, and I'm sure it was a bobcat because it was dropping into that pen 6 foot and jumping out with a full-grown bird, and that's the only thing I could figure it was. I mean, it wasn't no fox. Fox don't do that shit, and it was during the day. Coon don't attack shit during the day.
No, but a bobcat, man, they used to sit in our backyard and just watch us. All right, they will just watch you.
Yeah,
it didn't know I could see it, and it would go and sit in the same place. Like I'd see it at least once a week, and that's all he was doing, man, was just watching. But if you have livestock or something they can eat, man, they'll figure it out. They'll know when you're not there.
Yeah, and I was working sun up, sun down. I didn't have time to fuck with it, and I only had a handful of chickens left, and I gave them away to the neighbors. They were just going to get killed by the bobcat, and just wasn't working out in my life at that time, because it was either that or not work. Rebuild the pen during the night. I mean, I just really didn't have many options. I didn't feel. And where it was at was, I had bush or trees all around it, and it was just enough that the cameras wasn't picking up whatever it was. And I remedied that here this last year. I cleared all that shit out, so the cameras got a full view of everything. Just shit, life gets away from you. You have shit, and you don't maintain shit. I've got a bunch of elm trees that pop up everywhere, and mulberry trees. I mean, they pop up everywhere and just grow like fucking weeds almost. Well, I don't always keep them trimmed down, but I took a bunch of them down this last year, open up, because the leaves on them things also reflect the light on the night vision, that infrared that it shoots out there. It reflects it, and it'll cause that image to be hazy.
Yep. Boy, I wonder if Shad said he had to restart his phone before he started this. I wonder if his phone died. It's taking a while.
I don't know. He hadn't texted me or nothing. Say he was starting a new one.
That's what I mean. I didn't get no text either. So
there's still people in chat.
Oh yeah. There's a whole bunch of people here.
Well, his link should still be good, so he should be able to get back into this.
Yeah, if his phone didn't die. That's what I mean. It's taking so long. I'm starting to wonder if his phone finally took a shit.
Well, I thought he was on his laptop or something, or iPad.
He said, I don't know what he said it was, but he said he had to restart it or something already. You think so, Cha-Cha? He's snoring already? I don't know. He sounded pretty awake until he just disappeared.
He's got the control panel, so nobody else can come up. So it's just me and you.
I know.
What you get, y'all? Two old fuckers.
Yeah.
I'm smoking pots. I don't know what
So
you're
was
doing.
I did the same thing. Wanted some good stuff. Got a date here coming up pretty soon here, and I'm gonna have to ditch out because she's a priority.
Oh, tonight?
And I told Chad I could only be up here so long.
I can't even read the chat, so when you go, I'll go. It's kind of pointless to me I can't even see what people are saying, so.
They're not even talking about us. They're like having their own conversation while we were just rambling on, brother. Nah, shit you not. I don't even see any questions.
There's some lurker out there listening. Bet you on it.
Oh no, there's a whole bunch of. I mean, Gen X is there, Teresa, Pilgrim, Grit and Grace, Cha-Cha, Moonsprout. There's a whole bunch of people here. I can't tell how many because I don't see a number that tells me how many people are here.
I've got an 84 K5 Blazer. Have you seen it?
No, but I know that truck.
It's got a desert camo paint job. And
I was gonna say, is it an M1009?
No, it wasn't a military Blazer. It was was originally a sheriff's department truck out in Colorado. It's only got 132,000 miles on it.
Is it a 6.2 diesel?
No, it's 350.
Okay, all right. The military ones almost always had the 6.2, but
yeah,
those are cool. Does it have the removable back hat?
Yeah, it's got that, and it's never been off. I'm the third owner of it. The sheriff's department, and then the guy I bought it from, and then me. But anyway, I Googled it the other day, what they was worth, and they're selling from anywhere from $10,000 to $1,000. So I think I'm gonna put mine on the market and sell it and get me something.
You got solid floor pans in that thing, dude. You got a treasure.
Yeah, it's got solid floor pans.
Well, yeah, you have treasure. Period. I've got a pattern for the soft top tent style one for the back. That's a very expensive truck. They're very sought after, Mac.
Yeah, I think I'll see what I can get out of it and get me something smaller and a little more efficient on gas. Hutch lives 3 hours from me, and I went down to his place a few months ago, and it was $200 round trip for me, and that's quite a bit. So I'm kind of limited to where I can go. I'd like to go out to that one in Ohio that Mad Chad has, but hell, a run like that would cost me at least $1,000 just in fuel. And so I want to get something smaller, a little bit better on gas, and maybe have some money left over and buy me a new tire for my tractor.
Would you say it had in there a 350?
Yeah, 350.
You can put an economy cam in that thing, tune it up right. 4-wheel drive, 2-wheel drive. Which one is it?
It's 4-wheel.
Get the lockouts for the front if you don't already have it.
Yeah, it's got lockouts.
You could achieve 16 to 18 mile per gallon highway. But if there's anything wrong, bad timing belt, so the carburetor's funky, bad plug, anything that causes it to run funky, your gas is going to go way down. I mean, you could get as low as 4 to 6 miles to a gallon if it gets bad, you know?
Yeah.
So how well it runs matters with those. You could at least probably tune it up right and get 10 miles to a gallon, which isn't bad for something like that.
I think I'm getting like 10 to 12. I figure it right.
That's a good
I might be getting 14 at best.
And if it's solid and good floor pans, every part of that truck is obtainable. So the parts really aren't that hard to get, and they're not that expensive.
Well, original factory parts are.
Well,
I've got 2 front clips out here I could get $1,000 out of, no problem. They're perfect front clips.
Right, and again, if you know, like mine, right, it's a civilian truck modified by the military for a purpose. And from 84 to 86, they did the same thing with those Blazers, and they're called M1009, and you can get military surplus parts, all except for the engine. Everything would be the same because they used the diesels, although they may have the gas stuff available too, because some did have it. But there are entire parts groupings you can get from different things, different companies, and there's whole pages of guys that trade and sell those things. So you might be able to get anything you need for it a lot cheaper. I don't know. If I had something solid like that, Mac, I'd have a hard time getting rid of it. I'd probably start from the ground up and do it the way I wanted it.
Well, I've thought about that, but I don't know. I'm doing a lot of changing in my life this year. My back and rib messing up on me has really made me do a lot of thinking about some things. This is going on 6 months now. This has been a problem. It hasn't went away, and I've not had this issue with just regular injuries my whole life. And it really makes me consider things. Even like this building, it's a 3-story building, and the loft is the 3rd story, and that's where I sleep at. It's 37 foot up in the air, and I got a tiny stove up here. I carry firewood up here. Usually about 3 good arm loads will get me through 24 hours a day, and even doing that, I got to really consider, because at some point in time, I could fuck my leg up somehow, you know. A lot of things can happen the older you get. I won't say I'm accident prone, but I've taken so many risks in my life that I've been injured a lot. So it seems to be an issue.
I'm just very lucky, I guess. I'm thankful.
I got nerve damage in my left arm, left hand. They wanted to do surgery on it 4 years ago. They're talking about wanting to take my eyeball out on my blind eye because it's building up pressure back there through some kind of lens. There's supposed to be a flow of fluid back there, even though I can't see out of it and all this. It's still supposed to be doing all that, and it causes something else. And he said that's probably why I fight infection in that eye and that sinus a lot. And
have you even asked them if they can give you like a laser beam shooting eye or anything that you could put in there?
No, I haven't asked them like that.
I mean, I might, because if you could get something cool, you know.
Yeah, I could probably hook up with Elon Musk and get something made for it, though.
Well, I mean, at least like X-ray vision or something. You'd think you'd be able to get something.
Yeah. Well, they haven't even mastered eye transplants yet. They can't actually do a whole eye transplant because that whole stem or whatever is hooked up to the back of your brain. It's part of the brain stem, and that's why they can't do a whole eye transplant. I forget what it is.
How did they do it for Steve Austin then?
It was just a part of his eye. It wasn't a whole eye transplant.
Oh, no. It showed in the diagrams right there in the beginning. Remember, you know, we can build him better, faster, stronger. You know, it shows that thing went all the way to the back of his skull. It went through his eye socket to the back of his skull, man.
You talking about the $6 million man?
Yes.
Oh. I just seen an episode of that here about 3 or 4 months ago. I really liked it as a kid, and I was like, wow, that's kind of corny. And like the A Team, man, I loved the A Team when I was about 14 years old. I thought that was a kick ass show. And I can watch it a little bit of it now, but it's just like, it's so far from reality. The concept's cool still, you know, poor guys doing good things while they're being hunted by the government. But
I
it's so cool.
rewatched both of those series. I had to go back and watch them all over because when we were kids, if you missed a fucking episode, it was it. You weren't going to get to see it in a rerun for another 10 years. All right.
Yeah, you was out of luck.
Right. So I went back, I watched them all. You just remember the one where Andre the Giant played Bigfoot, but he was a android Bigfoot that the aliens brought to Earth. You remember that shit? That shit got pretty fucking weird in the 70s, man.
I never seen that one.
Yep. There was a guy named John Saxon. He was a regular actor for like action movies and stuff like that, and he played a cyborg in that, where they kidnapped his friend and made a robot that could imitate other people, and so it was a robot fighting the $6 million man. They had some pretty wild storylines going. With the Bigfoot, Andre the Giant is Bigfoot. That was you just got to see it, man.
I liked the Incredible Hulk when I was a kid.
Oh yeah, Bill Bixby. How different was that to see him from? Remember the show he was in? What was that called? Courtship of Eddie's Father. Remember that show? It was like a family show, and then all of a sudden the same dude is the Hulk. That was weird.
I never seen the other show. I didn't have a whole lot of
age. I think I'm a little older than you, Mag. That's
I didn't have a lot of TV exposure until I was probably about 11 or so, 10 or 11.
Yeah, I'm not into TV at all, and we didn't have much of it. But when I was, really young, probably, age 3 to 8 or something, I remember a lot of TV. And those shows we're talking about, though, like the $6 Million Man, that was prime time programming. They came on at night for the whole family to watch and shit.
Yeah, that was the shit back then. That's like the A Team. That was prime time. That was stuff America watched. Magnum PI and what was them other guys that flew around in the helicopter?
You mean TJ is helicopter pilot?
No, it was another show. They had a helicopter.
Oh, well, there was the one with Jan Michael Benson. Yeah, Airwolf, Jan Michael Benson. Yep.
No, this was an older helicopter, like something from Korea, early Vietnam. What the fuck was the name of that? They were like detectives and shit. I think there was 3 of them.
Oh man, there were so many detective shows. You had Beretta, you had fucking Starsky and Hutch, and Rockford Files. You had fucking
Rockford. I like Rockford Files.
There was so many. Perry Mason. Oh my God, there was so. What about Peter Falk? He played Columbo. All right, there was dude, there was so many police and remember Emergency and Car 54. There were so many of those, dude. It's kind of mind blowing how many shows of those there really were. MASH, yeah, metal. Suicide, painless, it brings on changes. But
Riptide. Was it called Riptide?
I think I do remember something like that. It didn't last long, though, did it?
No, it was like 1 or 2 seasons. It wasn't very long.
Simon and Simon, yeah, Gen X Hunter,
yeah. I remember Simon and Simon. Yeah, I like that. I like that show.
The Hulk. I've been into the Hulk since the '60s. When that shit first came out. The Marvel phase really took off in the '60s. But And Wolf, I just saw the new Captain America movie just before I came up here with the Red Hulk, Harrison Ford as the Red Hulk. I just saw it. I mean, it was okay. It's exactly what I expected. I didn't expect it to be really good. There's a couple cameos in it. You know, I don't know. Han Solo is now the Red Hulk.
Did you have the G.I. Joe record and storyteller?
No, wait a minute. Do you even know? Is this a trick? All right,
No,
is this a trick question?
No, it's a serious question.
You don't even know. You're stepping in it and you don't even. All right. A lot of people tease me about G.I. Joe because I was into the original G.I. Joes from 1964 to 1969.
That's the one I'm talking about.
Well, in 60, they stayed the same size until 75, but they were something that was non-military oriented in the 70s. It was too politically correct because of the Vietnam War. G.I. Joe quit being a military figure. All right, and everything was orange and yellow, and they call it the adventure team. And the next thing you know, they're fucking capturing pygmy gorillas and hunting white tigers, right? But before that, it was all military themed. Everything was a copy of something that the U.S. military used: jeeps and tents and rifles and grenade launchers, all kinds of cool shit, mine detectors and all that. And what happened is my mom saved all of mine. All right, in like around 73 or so, she put all my shit into trunks, and I had a lot. All right, and this stuff just appreciated in value until the 80s, and then I started buying GI Joe stuff cheap at flea markets everywhere I'd find it, and I accumulated a bunch of it, and I had my originals. And then the stuff took off. I'm actually an expert and a moderator on the world's largest G.I. Joe page. The experts in the world ask me questions. I had all the prototype salesman samples, brass rivet G.I. Joes, all these things. They were worth a lot of money. All right. And years ago, I liquidated it and took care of everything I needed to at the time. Open up a new shop and stuff. But I know a little bit about G.I. Joe. I even made custom tents for him and stuff and sold those little miniature 1/6 scale military copies of bigger tents and stuff. Because, I know a little bit about that, Mac. I could talk about it for a couple days straight, I'm sure.
Always liked them records. And I went and looked them up on I looked it up on YouTube. And they're actually on YouTube, the old records and the book.
Yeah, see, those came with like Search for the Mummy's Tomb and stuff from the 70s. When you'd get a G.I. Joe adventure set, it would come with a book and an album. And you could get them separately. And they also remember the viewfinders. They had viewfinder discs for G.I. Joe that you could watch the viewfinders as you listen to the records and stuff. I'm familiar. And actually, like even the 60s, the 1966 space shuttle came with the first record. And there's black ones, yellow ones, red ones, and orange ones. And the different colors have different values. All right. If you had a mint condition orange 45 album from the 1966 space capsule set, you'd have something. You know what I mean? There's collectors out there that pay big bucks for this stuff. Thousands of dollars for one little piece of plastic, dude.
Yeah, when I was growing up, I had a brother that was 10 years older than me, and I inherited his toys. We was a hand-me-down family, we inherited what the oldest ones had. So all my G.I. Joe stuff was from his generation. So it'd probably be the same things you're talking about.
You could have had a fortune, man. I had, all right, like in the beginning, the prototypes and the salesman samples, the hats were actually made of cloth. All right. By the time, within a couple of weeks, they had started making plastic hats. But those original first hats, I've sold those for $7,000 a piece. All right. Just for the hat.
I've got a radio and I've got a helmet. And
you should show them to me before you do anything with them. because
I
there's
will.
some rare radios. There's helmets out there, Mac, that are worth $500 a piece. Easy. They'll sell right now. All right. So,
Yeah,
some of that stuff,
I'll dig
you
it
got
out
my
and send you
you
some
got my
pictures.
email and stuff. You know how to get a hold of me.
I got your
Just send me
phone
some
number.
pictures. Yeah, just send me pictures of the shit. And
Yeah, give me a little while because everything's kind of scattered around, and I'll have to round everything up. I'll take some pictures of everything I got.
that was a weird late 70s action figure Gen X. The JJ Arms, it was a weird one. Do you still have all the attachments and the hook arm and all the stuff that came with them? I mean, he's got some value and stuff, but that's after my toy time, but I'm aware of him. That was big Jim era,
When I
later
bought
70s.
when I bought this property in 2007, there was an old house here and a bunch of the old toys, and I mean the toys were all like stuff from their kids who were my age and your age, and a lot of it was busted up. I've got old toy metal trucks and shit, but they're not Tonka brand; they're another brand.
Ertl,
Huh?
ETRL, Ertl. There's a few of them. I mean, there's Ertl toys, there's Tonka, and then there was Dinky. There was several different, companies that made them. And the press steel toys, those can be worth a lot of money too, man. You just gotta look them up. Don't ever get rid of something without knowing the value of it. Don't ever open a package that's already sealed. You might spend $5,000 just opening a toy.
Yeah.
There's treasures out there. I've got a couple of years ago, I found it at a yard sale for 50 cents, man, sitting right there on the table, mint condition. I was like, 50 cents, fucking, I'll buy that, right? It's called a mini Tonka. It's a red van with the Detroit news stickers on all the way around it, and the stickers are mint condition, right? Well, I paid 50 cents for it. It's worth every bit of $100. The ones I see selling for over $100, those are in worse shape than mine. The fucking decals on mine are like museum quality. So for 50 cents, you just made $100. That's just, if you know what you're looking at, it's not hard to do.
Wow. I need to get hooked up into the market to where you get rid of this shit.
Yeah. It took a lifetime for me to know what I know, There's a ton of books on it, but what you do is you find it, if you have something that you're not familiar with, like Tonkas, you go to a Tonka page and show them. If you've got treasure, oh, they're going to be interested. All right. That's like, they'll be drooling, If nobody gives a shit, then you don't have anything good, But I do know a lot of it. I'll help you out. Just show me some pictures of shit if you got. Now I'll lead you right down the right trail to finding the true value.
Yeah, I'll cut you in on a percentage, finder's fee type thing if you.
Whatever. We'll do some trading down the road anyways. I'm not worried about all that.
I got at least 2 quart jars, maybe more, of old vacuum tubes. They're all good. When I say old, they're just because they're old in age, and some of them are still in the boxes.
Well, what you want to do with those is find people that make their own guitar amps, right? Because there's a whole group of people out there that spend big money on old tubes. They're not all what they're looking for, but if you have the right tubes, those custom guitar amp guys, they're going to want them if you got good ones.
I've got a couple of radios that are all tube too. One of them's I don't think it's a ham, but it's more than a CB too. I'll take a picture of it and send it to you too. You probably know exactly what it is. I got an old signal tracer.
But I hate to say it, dude, but I'm gonna have to jump off of here, man. I got a previous engagement going here that I don't want to miss, and I told Shad I couldn't stay long, but I don't know where he went.
All right, well, I'm gonna hop off too.
You're gonna hop off? We can't even get nobody else up here. We can't do shit about it.
No. Well, if they want to chat, they can chat, I guess.
I'm sorry, folks. Everybody that's here, I'm getting ready to bail, man. I hope Shag comes back.
Oh, y'all have a good one out there. You stay safe, Carl. Have a good time.
Oh, yeah. If you're too safe, it takes all the fun out of it. Oh.
Right, but when I say stay safe, that means just come back healthy, you know.
Oh, you
That-
can just survive it. Man, I'm down with that. I will survive it.
Yeah. Don't end up
Hey,
in the
man.
hospital. I guess that's a better way to say it.
Oh, I haven't been there since 1984, brother. I don't want to go there.
I hear you.
And I love everybody here, and I'll see you all somewhere soon.
All right, take her easy.